We'd like to tell an interesting client success story, and it relates to, well, it is the leading developer in Central America. They also do things in addition to that, but they're a developer in Central America, and they had an issue in Mexico. So here's what happened. They got a subpoena from the SEC, and the subpoena listed NRA. You know how those subpoenas work. You see a caption at the top, and then they tell you to come in and they want all these documents and other things from you. So the subpoena says NRA, a certain entity that was not them. And then it said, we want from you, lists a whole bunch of things, and they were specific documents that were related to the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, FCPA. And those specific documents were things like everything you've ever done that might relate to officials in Mexico, everything you've ever done with properties. We had had some great luck with FCPA claims under D&O policies, and a longtime client, we talked to them, and they said, let's go after it. Let's tender it to the insurance company. So we give it to the insurance company. It's a subpoena, it's a claim. It's a really simple matter. It's a claim, it's covered. They should be stepping up and paying. In the meantime, the client is spending millions of dollars. The burn rate on this is incredible, which is typical for FCPA investigations. They have to hire lawyers, they have to hire forensic people to find all the old emails. They have to make sure they have everything in place. And then they got to have it all translated because the federal government doesn't want to look at it in Spanish. So there's all this stuff going on, all this money being spent, and they're footing the bill for it. And it's getting to be a problem because it's just significant cash drain. They're fine handling it financially, but it's not a good place to be. So what happens is we tender it to the D&O insurer, and the D&O insurer picks it up, and they basically say, no, we're not going to do it. Why? Well, they had only one reason, and their one reason was, hey, we saw that subpoena, and the subpoena didn't say NRA, it said NRA some other entity. And by NRA, that means they said, we're pretty smart on this stuff, and we think it means they were investigating someone else. They weren't investigating your client. And we said, well, that's completely wrong. Look at the questions. They're asking for stuff from our client. They want stuff from our client. They're investigating whether our client potentially had a problem under the FCPA. The questions were very direct. They weren't about this NRA other company. They weren't about some other company. They were about this client of ours. So we went back and forth with the company, the insurance company, and the insurance company just said no. Second time they said no. Third time they said no. Client said, I'm done. Letter writing. We need to take it to the next level. Give me a lawsuit and we'll file suit. And I said, well, it's not always the best practice, but in this situation, it seems to make sense. We had been at it with the insurance company a short period of time. The client said, look, we don't play that way. We need to do the right thing, sue them, get our money, so go after it. So we filed the lawsuit. We filed the lawsuit here in Denver, and insurance companies don't like being sued in certain states, and Colorado is one of those states. So we sued in Colorado. Within weeks, the insurance company said, we want to talk to you. So we got together, we discussed it, and we reached a very great outcome. Now, the moral of this story is sometimes you can sue, it's okay to sue. It's not a bad thing to sue your insurance carrier. And it has an upside in that it can generate very quickly great results. So here we had those great results. The client has been paid in large part for all of their defense costs in defending this matter. And we had a great resolution.